Right, well, we're in sunny Cardiff. It's what wonders on the road. Barry Town United. Superb weather. We're just saying, fantastic pitch, isn't it? As well, we've got here. Even though it's not Barry Town's home ground, it's a fantastic service we're playing on here. But we're on the road, and we really are, Mark. What's come about? What's brought on the trip for this season? Why have we come to Wales? And
well, Steve Allen, our physio, has got a big link with Barry, and they asked us to come down and I think play their first game in their new stadium.
Right.
But it's not ready. So, but we didn't want to change the fixture because we thought it'd be brilliant. Every year we try to put on one game that gives us a chance to go out as a team. So yeah, the idea of going out in Cardiff appealed. So we booked Cardiff, and so we kept the game, and you know, fortunately we did. Brilliant surface. I mean, fantastic to be fair, really good, and looking forward to it very much, mate, against a club that's steeped in sort of history, you know.
Very much so. I know you mentioned we were Chorley last year. Over the years, has there been any other memorable pre-season away days going back over the years?
Well, you know what, when we was in the park leagues, we used to go to the Isle of Wight every single year, and we used to play park teams over there, and then we used to drive past Newport Isle of Wight's ground, and we used to dream of playing them. That's how sort of far we've come, really. So yeah, we've always tried to keep a little bit of that sort of grassroots bit to what we do. The boys are all in good spirits, and it goes, you know, you do underestimate in this world of like where all these businesses want people to work from home, and you know, social engagement seems less important to most people than ever. But you know, like, you see the benefits it gives these boys when they spend a weekend together. So we've had some fun trips, no doubt today will be the same, but we want to get the business done on the pitch. We're obviously 3 weeks away from one hell of a start to the season, and to try and quantify kicking off against the likes of Chesterfield, Oldham, Gateshead, all these teams, we've got a lot of work to do. So we'll be looking to do a lot of that today, albeit there's 4 or 5 boys not here. We've got a very small travelling squad today.
Okay. So on that note, it's how we're looking in terms of the plan for today. Similar thing, where 2 different teams in each half, or from what you're saying,
no,
maybe a bit more tightened up.
Yeah, a lot more tightened up. We've only got about 15 here. Sammy, Ed Harris, Alfie and Cheadle have all got, they're all ushers or best men at weddings. You've got this whole post-COVID wedding stagger going on. Yeah. You've got Kennedy that's injured himself at training. But the positive is we will see a return of Niall in the second half today, which is great. And so it's going to be players, very, very, very familiar side. I think we'll be starting off with, it's going to be Baz, Dan and Bobby at the back, Jeb, Taylor, McShane, Jimmy and Nicky on the wings, and then Harry and Seeger up top. And then we've got some great changes today on the bench to come on. Isaac's going to be at centre half for the second half, which is somewhere we see him really competing for this year. That's his first chance to go there. So yeah, we've got Isaac, young Spike, Moreau. So we've got good changes. Mekki on the bench, and there'll be some boys that need to kind of come off and come back on, no doubt, in the heat.
Yeah, roll on.
I think we're expecting. I think the opposition have got a lot of numbers, a lot of players here. So we're expecting a tough game in the heat today, a really tough game.
Yeah, of course, and just finally, talking of the opposition, you mentioned when we initially they're steeped in history as a football club, Barry Town United. Different dynamics of the teams we've played so far in pre-season, where they're actually obviously relegated unfortunately last year, so they're kind of on the way back up again in that sense, and going again as it were. What are we expecting from them today as a test? I just think they look young. I think they're going to, the pitch is obviously minimum size, so I'm expecting them to really get amongst us. Yeah. Said to the boys, you'd have to have your wits about you, because I think it's typically quite physical, quite robust divisions in the Welsh Prem and the league below. So I think it's going to be a real tough one for the boys today, and I think there won't be too much in it probably. But equally, our boys are going to look forward to playing on this. I mean, this is what we choose to play on. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the thing is, Meadowbank, it might be a 3G and all the rest of it, but it's got more rubber on it than Brands Hatch. You know, like, whereas this place, it's beautiful. It's nice to be on such a great surface without getting a shoe full of pellets. So I think they'll look forward to playing on this, and they will play on it as well. Excellent stuff, Mark. Thanks for your time as always.
Cheers, Dan.
Brilliant. We'll speak to you later on.
Cheers, Dan.